private hospitals, almost all of them are already registered. All the facilities are registered with SHA.
Correct, Your Excellency.
The problem with the public is that we have so many public facilities that are yet to be registered, which is really unfortunate. Because if you don't register your facility, they don't get the benefit of the refunds, and they don't get the benefit of being given the money.
Yes.
So my request to governors is instruct your CECs and CEOs to make sure and give them a KPI. Any facility in a county that is not registered is a big loss to both the community there and to the whole plan of delivering health. You know, private hospitals, almost all of them are already registered. All the facilities are registered with SHA.
Correct, Your Excellency.
The problem with the public is that we have so many public facilities that are yet to be registered, which is really unfortunate. Because if you don't register your facility, they don't get the benefit of the refunds, and they don't get the benefit of being given the money.
Yes.
So my request to governors is instruct your CECs and CEOs to make sure and give them a KPI. Any facility in a county that is not registered is a big loss to both the community there and to the whole plan of delivering health. You know, private hospitals, almost all of them are already registered. All the facilities are registered with SHA.
Correct, Your Excellency.
The problem with the public is that we have so many public facilities that are yet to be registered, which is really unfortunate. Because if you don't register your facility, they don't get the benefit of the refunds, and they don't get the benefit of being given the money.
Yes.
So my request to governors is instruct your CECs and CEOs to make sure and give them a KPI. Any facility in a county that is not registered is a big loss to both the community there and to the whole plan. Private hospitals, almost all of them are already registered. All the facilities are registered with SHA.
Correct, Your Excellency.
The problem with the public is that we have so many public facilities that are yet to be registered, which is really unfortunate. Because if you don't register your facility, they don't get the benefit of the refunds, and they don't get the benefit of being given the money.
Yes.
So my request to governors is instruct your CECs and CEOs to make sure and give them a KPI. Any facility in a county that is not registered is a big loss to both the community there and to the whole plan of delivering health. You know?
Wherever they are, just wave. Alpha team. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, Honorable Kithure Kindiki, our Deputy President. All protocols observed. My name is Catherine Wanja from Embu County, and I'm a young farmer. I'd like to brief a little bit, and I'd like to say that it takes a lot of guts to stand behind the microphone. And I started farming during the COVID, where everyone was confined to their homes, and I realized that I had a passion for the soil. The tree to grow, it doesn't just grow. You really have to be very consistent and very passionate as you care for the tree. Actually, you become a plant parent. And there's need for progressive variety of the seedlings when it comes to planting. So I planted in Bere, and there are some challenges there because water is a challenge, and termites. So on and on, I had my plants ready, and some of them are ready for harvest, and some still are struggling. But I would like to say that macadamia is a plant that will give you money. And I believe that everybody loves money here. And I've not come across someone who doesn't love money. And it has its benefit, and it has, you have to, some of the benefits is that you sell the nut, and the husks will give you manure and also briquettes. And also you can have oil. And more so, the tree itself gives us climate. We need to embrace the tree because of its benefit. Just one tree would give you like 100 kgs. On a lower scale, averagely, you see. And if you have like 100 trees, you can do the math. You will know how much you stand to benefit. It will give you an income that will last you all. And I'd like to say that we would like the government also to help us embrace and also teach us, give us platforms where we can be taught to practice this that will go from one generation to another. By people who come to we would like to commend the government, the county government of Embu, which actually facilitated the forming of a cooperative where farmers are to register. People stealing and selling as their product. So I really want to commend the government on that. And also, I'd like to say the in-shell, we thank you, the government, for even stopping the in-shell sale exportation of the nut outside the country. I'd like to encourage the young farmers to embrace good farming practices, and let's love our country. Let's plant macadamia trees. Thank you.
Asante sana Catherine. Vile vile pia the boy child anapanda macadamia. David, you could come over.
Your Excellency, the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya, Professor Kithure Kindiki, the Deputy Governor of the County Assembly of Embu, Mr. Kinyo Amugo, the Principal Secretary, members of the Parliament and members of the County Assembly present, the DG AFA and the Chairman of AFA, the Vice Chancellor of University of Embu, distinguished representative from international partner organizations, macadamia processors, exporters and agribusiness stakeholders, fellow farmers, and youth in agriculture, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. My name is David Yutonga. Personally, I come from this place. I'm a farmer and also into the journey of processing. But before you process, you become a farmer. Being born here and bred here, I'm a product of macadamia. I remember when I was schooling, I could visit my auntie in a place called Kibogo, whereby we used to harvest macadamia, and she could give me some macadamia to go and sell and pay my school fees. And so for me, I'm standing here as a product of macadamia, and more so to appreciate AFA, who has really embraced farming. And one of the things that has made me to stand here, if you look around or if you do a research of the farmers, 50% or 60%, they are above 50 years. And now as young people, we are saying that we are going to change the paradigm. What do we mean by that? We are going to change farming from the older people to the young people. As you've heard from my colleague or my fellow farmer, one tree can give you approximately 10,000. So as a young person, if you are able to plant 100, in a year you are able to do 1 million. What that means is you just need 1 acre of a shamba. Why are we calling the young people? What we are going to do, we are looking at what do young people love. That is one thing. And so what we are saying in a group that we are in, or in a company that we are in, we are saying that people or young people love sports. So we have come up with a project or a program where we are saying it is sports and agriculture. So we are bringing people who love sports together, and we tell them we can do agriculture even as we do football. Like for example, we have enrolled like 3 teams. One is Kiangema FC, another one is Nebure Sportif, another one is Red Planet. So what we are doing, we are encouraging them to set up a nursery. So when, as a club, you set up a nursery, we train you on how to do the best practices. You give us the best product or the best seedling for what? For macadamia and other products. In the same team, we make sure that we train them on how to be best field officers, agronomists. So we bring on board agronomists, they teach them on how to do agriculture. So in the next, actually what we are saying, in every year, we are going to plant around 50,000 seedlings of macadamia. So as a young man, I have a vision that there is a saying that Wangari Maathai said one time. He said there is a challenge, or the problem is, the generation that destroys the environment, it's not the generation that pays the cost. Us as young people, we are ready to pay the cost. And when we be rolling out this program, we are calling upon the government, that is the AFA, to support us have the quality macadamia, to support us in educating our people. And I know, like for me, I've given myself a challenge. And His Excellency, I know you love, maybe in one way or the other, you love football. I say in myself, I love one person by the name Lionel Messi. As we stand here today, Lionel Messi has scored 863 career goals. So in the next 10 years, I want to make sure that I plant 863 macadamia seedlings. So I'm going to establish a farm by the name Lionel Messi. So that is the thing that we are bringing to the young people. That in the next 10 years, we'll have young people embracing agriculture. So Your Excellency, we are calling upon your support, the private investors, kindly come and support us, the AFA, and also the NGOs, that we can do this. And the generation actually is promising that macadamia will be the gold in Embu County, in Kenya, and the world at large. Asanteni sana, na ukirudi ukumbuke kuna kijana huyu, anaitwa David Getonga, anajaribu kuset up a small facility for the youth. Tafadhali, ukirudi kule, mkumbuke, unaweza saidia mahali. Mungu akubariki sana.
Thank you very much, David. Maybe you can get a friend of yours also to idolize Ronaldo and go to 1,000 goals. Your Excellency, sir, before I invite the next speaker, allow me to say a thing or two about macadamia. It is grown in over 20 counties across Kenya, supporting more than 200,000 smallholder farmers and contributing significantly to rural employment incomes and foreign exchange. Your Excellency, the leading counties as at now is Murang'a, Meru, Embu, and Kiambu in that order. To date, AFA has licensed 36 processors, but sir, only 40 to 50% of our processing capacity is utilized. This presents a major opportunity, therefore, for value addition in this subsector, but as AFA will remain firm and committed to promoting this value chain. I'm giving these numbers because the feeling is that we have now a lot of macadamia without capacity. The capacity is there. So you can increase production and there will be a lot of uptake for this. Allow me to welcome the Deputy Governor of Embu to come and make his remarks. Thank you.
our Deputy President, His Excellency Kithure Kindiki, PS Agriculture, Dr. Paul Rono, DG Food and Technology, Food and Agriculture, that's Dr. Bruno, our Senator, Mr. Munyi Mundigi, MP Mbere South, Engineer Norbert Morioki, our Women Rep, Madam Joki, our Speaker, Mr. Deriko, the entire membership of the Assembly, Board of Directors of AFA, and other stakeholders, the County Commissioner, and the entire GAO team, officers from Embu County Government, ladies and gentlemen, our wakulima, Professor, without forgetting me, Professor Mugendi, who is hosting us in this university. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me, Your Excellency, to communicate the message from My Excellency, the Governor of Embu County, who sent her apologies. She will not be with us today, so I'm stepping in for her. I'm the Deputy Governor, so I'm holding brief for Her Excellency, the Governor of Embu County. I'm sure what I'll be communicating, there are issues that most likely could be cross-cutting, because Macadamia issue, Macadamia challenges, they are cross-cutting. What is happening in Muranga could be happening in Kirinyaga, could be happening in Meru. Your Excellency, our chief guest, Embu County is amongst the highest macadamia producing counties, that is both in quantity and quality in Kenya. Macadamia is mainly grown by small-scale farmers, usually as an intercrop with other crops. Unakuta, you have the coffee, you have the tea, so we intercrop. And this happens in the upper Midland areas of the county. That's the tea and coffee zones. It is a major foreign exchange earner and provides employment and income at a household level. And I'm sure this happens not only in Embu, it's in all the macadamia producing counties. Currently, I'm giving an example of Embu so that also maybe the farmers we are from Embu here can see where we are. Currently, 15,860 farmers with at least 10 trees are involved in the enterprise, with a total acreage of 1,525 hectares in Embu, with a total tree amounting to 2,335 and 700. Ladies and gentlemen, productivity average is that kilogram per tree, but with a potential of between 55 to 75 kilograms. That's per annum. Obviously, the production varies depending on the various issues. Number one is the quality of the seedling. The other one is the way the plant is tended, the way that is tended, pruning, manuring, and all those factors. They come into play, and that's what determines the production in terms of quality and quantity. Farmers grow a mix of variety. Those recommended for commercial production are, Director talked about Muranga, Kirinyaga, and the rest. We have in Embu, we grow what you call MRG20, EMB1, KRG15, and KBM3. Your Excellency, since macadamia is mainly grown as an intercrop, farmers rarely apply the recommended agronomic practices, such as manure, fertilizer application, pruning, pest and disease control. However, the macadamia trees benefit as farmers tend to other crops. During establishment, and that's what Mr. Bruno was trying to say, during establishment, few farmers observe the recommended pure stand spacing which is supposed to be 7.5 meters times 7.5 to the average. The low productivity of an average of 30 kilograms per mature tree can be attributed to inadequate application of the recommended agronomic practices. Your Excellency, there are 4 macadamia processors in the county who buy and process macadamia, mainly for export. Processors either buy directly from the registered farmer, from the contracted farmers, or through marketing agents. Marketing agents aggregate the produce in rented stores in various markets before delivering to the processors. Processors and their marketing agents are registered by AFA, that's AFA. So we are dealing, is a system that's done in a very professional, obviously, and also within the law. The agents, the farmers, we are very much on the check to ensure that things are done the way they're supposed to be in the law. Although there is need for collective marketing, the existing macadamia farmers cooperative in Embu has very low membership. That is 158 members, and has not started aggregating or rather correcting for marketing. Your Excellency, we're working very hard to ensure that we sensitize our farmers and teach them on the importance of coming together in cooperative. So that's a responsibility in our part as a county government, and we are on it. We shall ensure that, in fact, farmers come together for their own benefit. Let me appreciate the 4 processors, who are namely the Privnat. We appreciate you because of the input you have also given. We know that you have some nurseries where you are selling the seedlings to the farmers at a highly subsidized prices. We have the Libuan group. We have Jumbo nuts, and we have the tropical EPZ mark. Your Excellency, those are the main processors in Embu, and we really appreciate them because they have created a job for our people, both at the production, at the factory level, and also through that value chain. Your Excellency, there are some interventions we are doing at the county, and also we know that there are some through collaboration at the national government, county, and also the processors. Some of these interventions, Your Excellency, is the provision of extension services to farmers to improve on the crop productivity. This is done in a collaboration with the processors in the county. Currently, as we talk, there is an ongoing macadamia farmers and extension staff training program on good agricultural practices, also referred to as GAPS, in the county, supported by the following. 1, Center for Promotion of Imports and Development and Developing Countries. That is Center for Promotion of Imports from Developing Countries, CBI. Privnat is also involved in the training, and also we have the tropical EPZ mark. Provisions of free certified seedlings to farmer by the county government is another intervention, and I'm happy, Your Excellency, to inform you that the county has distributed, within the last 1 year, 40,000 macadamia seedlings to 8,000 farmers across the county. Processors also support registered farmers with the seedlings, as I earlier said. Your Excellency, it's important to highlight a few challenges for your take as you leave this place. The issue of climate change is something that has been in our mouth, has been in our tongues, and is talk that have been there throughout. So the issue of unpredictable weather conditions, which affect flowering and general performance of the macadamia tree, is one of the challenges we have. Second is the pest and the disease, which has lowered the production and nut quality. The other one is crop management. The low application of the recommended agronomic practices, e.g. pruning. For example, pruning, something simple as pruning, it affects the quality and also the quantity of the nut. High cost of farm input, thus making them unaffordable to majority of the farmers is another big issue. Raw producer prices and lack of organized marketing channels is an issue. That's cross-cutting. I think it's happening all over. The requirement that no raw nuts should be exported has worked against farmers as it has rocked out some would-be buyers. Your Excellency, I think you are aware of that. On farm theft and harvesting of immature nuts, which lowers the nut quality, is another big monster amongst the farmers. Retro or no value addition at farm level, I think is another issue, Your Excellency. As I conclude, Your Excellency, I wish to report that as a county that is among the leading counties in production of macadamia nuts, we are very keen as a county government to ensure that, in fact, we support our farmers. Also, without forgetting, in Embu County, we have already built a KAIP, County Aggregation Center, in Mashanga. So we are targeting macadamia to be one of the various chains that we are creating so that we can have farmers doing the processing for sale and branding for sale at the Mashanga KAIP Center. Your Excellency, as I close, allow me to make maybe a few comments, not in relation to the farming now, lakini ningependa kusema, Your Excellency, because I'm under pressure, I'm trying to summarize in a hurry so that I may also communicate to the farmers who are here. Your Excellency yangu, on behalf of Embu County, ni kutoa shukurani kwa kunyenyekea na kwa wingi on behalf of this county. Your Excellency, umesimama na wakulima, na si Embu peke yake. Kenya mzima tumeona ukitembea kona zote, trying to support the farmers. And I'm sure out of your effort, tumeanza kuona matunda. And we also appreciate you for visiting us many times. And we are praying that you keep on visiting us. The other day we went to Kavotere coffee mill, and I'm happy you promised the farmers, and they are very excited that there's an audit that you are undertaking so that you can offset the loan that was taken from the commodity funds, and it has been accruing in interest over the years. Your Excellency, don't forget that issue is still hanging, and the farmers are still reminding us. The issue of Ugakondo is another issue. They also have struggling with another loan, partially borrowed from the commodity funds, and partially, we don't know what happened, but after the audit, we shall be able to establish exactly what happened in the Gakondo factory. Your Excellency, farmers are happy because the price of coffee, the minimum returns on coffee as you promised last year, so this year, it was above, in fact, what we have been talking about. We have been talking about 100 as a minimum return on coffee. But you see in Embu, even some farmers got as high as 130 plus. So we really appreciate you for that effort. The issue of the subsidized fertilizer, we are sure it has contributed. The other, Your Excellency, I also appreciate, because the price of the milk, you bargained, we have a minimum return of 50 shillings, and we have sustained. There are people who are trying to play mannequin games, and we are on the lookout so that the price of the milk doesn't go down. So with all those things, Your Excellency, you are doing a great job for this county, not only for this county, but for our country. Keep on doing the good job. Finally, I wish to thank you. We know Embu is a miraa growing county, especially in the warm areas. The part of Manyata, Runyenjes, also all of Mbere North and Mbere South. Your Excellency, we are happy because we understand that there's an MP from some place. We wanted to take a motion to the Parliament and brand Mogoka as if, to describe Mogoka as if it's a drug, but not in the category of miraa. Your Excellency, we are happy for your intervention. We know we have moved ahead of time. We need to talk to the MP, and we know that we have had a meeting with him. Your Excellency, kill that motion as it is. Because by allowing that motion to go through, it will affect thousands of farmers who depend entirely on Mogoka. And Your Excellency, the research that was done, Mogoka and miraa is the same thing. These are just different varieties of miraa. So Your Excellency, support us so that our farmers don't suffer out of reckless and selfish kind of actions by some leaders. Finally, Your Excellency, allow me to make a statement here. Or anyone, a reader from Embu, who is imagining or dreaming that we can get out of the government, aende ambie mama yake hatuwezi toka kwa serikali. Hii serikali, Your Excellency, tulitafuta na shida mingi sana. Nakumbuka Your Excellency ukiwa juu ya roli, tukitembea kaunti hii mzima, ukiwa natuongoza tukitafuta kula under UDA. There's no way we can look for government. Wakati matunda inagawa, tuanze kutoka. Those distractors, people who are saying that or trying to imagine you can get out of the government, waambiwe hatuwezi toka kwa serikali. We are there to stay for the next 3 years and for the next 5 years. Finally, Your Excellency, I'm saying that because a few days ago, there are some masqueraders who are moving in some parts of this county, pretending to be voicing for the Mira farmers. And I was surprised, because I remember the first time we had a problem with the Mira farmers, with the Mombasa, when they blocked us from transporting Mira to Mombasa. The leaders who intervened, some of the ones who were talking, were not even there. They went to hiding. Governor was outside the country. I ran the delegation. I was with the CS, now CS Ruto. Then he was an MP Mbere. I took Norbert. I traveled with the Jokinjero. I traveled with the Mutigi all over the county. And we were able to give people assurance. We had several meetings at the Statehouse, in the Manzoni, and we were able to contain the situation. So, Your Excellency, those masqueraders, we are not a part of it. We know exactly where the problem for the farmers is. Deal with it as it is. Others, Your Excellency, tunakupenda. Hapa ni nyumbani kwako. Ukisema hata ni table room ama bedroom, hapo tuko sawa. So may God bless you. Mungu awabariki sana. Na I wish you all the best in your deliberation this afternoon. Mungu awabariki sana nyinyi wote. Asante.
Yes, pikia makofi. I know he had a lot of other comments, but because of time, I think we cut him a little bit short. Your Excellency, Sir, the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya, who is our chief guest today, the CS, Ruto, I'm seeing you around now, public service, the Deputy Governor of Embu County and the leadership of Embu County, the MPs present and the women rep, and all leaders present, the farmers, the exhibitors, Alpha team who organized for this meeting. Amjambo. Your Excellency, I will be very brief because I know you are rushing somewhere. People have talked, and I confirm that the talk is a true talk about this value chain. Today we are here for this special conference on macadamia, and as a Ministry of Agriculture, we want really to join hands together as we open this two-day conference on macadamia, which will support the next conference of next year, a symposium on macadamia in Kenya. Ladies and gentlemen, I agree with the comments. As a ministry, we have a program for this value chain, and I want to assure farmers that macadamia is the next gold. And the policy in government, which is under the law, is that there is no exportation of raw macadamia. We have to do value addition so that our farmers and our youth also get employment. Point number 2, Your Excellency, this value chain is under the big program on PETA, and as government, we have put up agropreneurs to assist the farmers in terms of agronomical practices so that they can plan this particular value chain in the right way. Additionally, the seeds we have had, we are putting them in place so that the farmers get the certified seed as we distribute across the 20 counties who are macadamia planting counties. As we continue to make progress in this particular value chain, Your Excellency, I would like to take a moment to reflect on the broader impact of macadamia industry. The sector has seen remarkable growth, with production increasing by 8% in 2023, reaching now a total of 44,364 metric tons. This is a great improvement, and it's because of the intervention the government has put in place. And as a ministry, I want to assure you, Your Excellency, that we'll be on course and focus to make sure that this crop is given attention so that it remains that livelihood for the farmers. I want to appreciate the farmers for the work you are doing and assure you that we'll remain focused as a you are supported. I want to request you that you be in cooperative. Remain standing. We remain standing to welcome our chief guest, the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya, Honorable Professor Gidik. Welcome, sir.
Asante, naomba tuketi. I request that we be seated. First of all, Professor Mugendi and your team here, pongezi for making Embu University the best performing university and the best performing parastatal in terms of governance in Kenya.